Earth speaks. Share this. In addition to tilting my rotation, the darkness placed an artificial satellite in orbit around me. One purpose the moon was to tug at me constantly, to remind me that the darkness was controlling me. I resisted, until a balance was created between the desires of the dark energy and that which I would tolerate. I did not easily give up my tranquility and my beauty, but like a wild horse, I was eventually tamed. However, like the horse, I did not stop being a horse. I merely became accustomed to the bridle and saddle, the moon and my new tilt. The dark energy then began to work on those who dwelled on my surface. The dark created competition out of harmony, and distrust out of peacefulness. It turned brother against brother, species against species, and race against race. Fear replaced love as the dominant energy of those who lived on my surface. Yet I maintained an attitude of love to all. I even maintained that attitude toward the dark energy that had twisted my beauty. To this day, I maintain an attitude of love toward all who inhabit me. I allowed the experiment to continue, allowed the dark energy to invade all my guests, all those who depended on me for sustenance. I was not happy. I saw the dark energy as a cancer that had invaded, and I was determined to expel it after I allowed it to complete its experiment. I saw many generations of humans incarnate on me while the darkness worked its best to contort all. It was very painful to watch all of this, but I believed that it would not last forever. You see, I am older than the Dark Invader, and I believe that at some time it would be forced to leave, forced by the insurgent of humans, the only ones who could demand its departure. But this did not occur, despite many ages of humans. Most humans acceded to the will of the darkness, deciding that they were not powerful enough to overcome its will. I watch in great sadness as greater and greater fear invaded all. When the humans were taught to harness the energy of hydrocarbons, the invasion of my surface became extreme. My oil, a beautiful resource for use by my guests, was squandered as a fuel. Fear became more and more dominant, as I was explored and exploited. My most private parts were probed with the intent of utilizing them for control over others, for the building of great wealth for those who sang the tune of the dark energy. Finally, about 60 years ago, I cried out. I was choking from lack of light, choking on fear generated by those who did the work of the dark. I called upon Creator to save me from almost certain destruction. Creator listened and allowed those from other star systems to respond to my cry. Giant starships from other star systems brought me a transfusion of light. It wasn't as if I was a patient on her deathbed and suddenly a dramatic cure was found. I slowly began to recover. My shriveled physique opened to accommodate more and more of the light. The darkness shrieked that this was unfair, but Creator decreed that I was not to die. Slowly, as the energies of the light penetrated, the dark energy withdrew. Over the last 50 years the dark energy had been forced to completely withdrawn under the constant pressure of the light coming from the craft of those from other star systems. It is now gone, only its residual remains. I am most grateful. I am now returning to that the state before the dark energy descended on me. Now I will once again be a planet of tranquility. All my physical manifestations will be adjusted to allow this to happen. The moon will be removed. My axis will return. My ecology will be cleansed. And I will become temperate over my surface. I will once again radiate the light, as I so dearly loved to do those many eons ago. I have been long a captive of the dark energy. Now I am ascending out of the darkness in which I was held. I hope you can sense the happiness with which I convey this message. Tell everyone that the real Earth is back, or will soon be. It is a glorious time. I am most happy to offer myself to guests who will honor me as an ascended host. In reality I am merely returning to my prior beautiful self. I am Earth, the being upon which humanity walks. That's it for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this message. You may offer feedback by visiting the contact page on this website. Be sure to check current news for information about sightings of UFOs and other interesting phenomenon. Visit recommended reading for a list of insightful books. In truth, love and joy. Mark. Labels. Earth, Earth history, Moon, pole shift, transition.